Okay, so imagine this. You're at a massive Coldplay concert, right? Packed stadium, the lights are down, everyone's singing along.
Yeah, that whole atmosphere.
And then, the kiss cam starts doing its thing, sweeping across the crowd.
Always a bit of fun, usually.
Usually, so it lands on this couple, and they lean in, and it's not just some quick peck, it's, a pretty slow, intimate kiss.
Okay, crowd probably cheered.
Oh yeah, they clapped, the couple smiled, looked romantic. But here's where it gets, complicated. That kiss, it was between Andy Byron, the CEO of that huge AI tech firm.
Right, very high profile.
And Kristin Cabot, who is, wait for it, his company's head of HR.
Oh, okay. That's different.
You think? And within minutes, someone had filmed it, put it on TikTok, and it just exploded, went completely viral.
Wow. But I mean, why specifically did it explode? Was it just because they're executives?
Well, that was part of it, but the real kicker apparently was that Andy Byron, he was supposedly married.
Ah, there it is. That makes sense.
Exactly. So the internet just went into overdrive. Millions of views, like instantly. Thousands and thousands of comments.
And I bet people started digging straight away.
Oh, immediately. These internet sleuths,
Yeah.
Within hours, they'd found their LinkedIn profiles, splashed them everywhere.
Yeah, that happens so fast now. People demanding answers, I guess.
Totally. But the response wasn't answers, it was silence. A really sudden, deafening silence.
How so?
Because almost overnight, really quickly, both Byron and Cabot just deactivated their LinkedIn profiles. Poof.
Gone, both of them, at the same time.
Yep. Vanished from the professional network. And maybe even more telling, Byron's wife.
What about her?
She'd always publicly used his last name. Suddenly, quietly, she changed it. And then her entire social media presence just gone. Wiped clean, no statement, no angry tweet, nothing.
Wow, that's quite a move. A very deliberate disappearance.
It really felt like it. Spoke volumes without saying a word,
Absolutely. Which I think leads us nicely into why we're looking at this today. This isn't just about viral gossip.
No, not at all. Our mission here for this deep dive is really to get past those initial headlines, right? We're digging into the details, using the kiss cam scandal, a tech CEO's downfall, as our guide.
Exactly. We want to help you, the listener, understand what might have actually been happening behind the scenes, what was potentially hidden.
And what are the real consequences when one single, very public moment can potentially unravel careers, a marriage, maybe even damage an entire company?
Yeah, we're going to try and unpack this whole messy situation.
Okay, let's do it. So unpacking. Your source makes it clear this wasn't just, water cooler talk. It became a proper scandal, fast.
Right. And the company's reaction, maybe understated publicly, was swift.
What did they do?
Well, within about 48 hours of that video hitting TikTok, both Byron and Cabot were placed on administrative leave.
Administrative leave. Okay, was there a big announcement?
Not really, according to the source, just a kind of vague internal memo, very low-key. But leaks started almost immediately.
Leaks suggesting what?
That this relationship, or whatever it was, wasn't exactly news to everyone inside the company. That maybe this kiss cam thing wasn't the first time eyebrows had been raised.
So the classic tip of the iceberg situation.
It really looks that way. Your source mentions reports starting to surface things like closed-door meetings between them, weirdly late-night emails, conference travel that suddenly seemed suspicious in hindsight.
So employees started connecting dots.
Pretty much. Piecing together a kind of timeline that suggested this wasn't the start of something, but maybe just the moment it all became public, the moment they got caught.
That's a really crucial difference, isn't it? Getting caught versus starting something.
Absolutely. And it changes how you see other things, too.
Like what?
Well, get this. Your source mentions a panel interview from about 6 months before the concert. Byron and Cabot were on it together.
Okay. Damn.
At the time, probably no one thought twice. But now, looking back at the footage, a particular glance between them, maybe a subtle smile, it suddenly feels, loaded, different.
Right. Hindsight is 20/20. Things that seemed innocent before suddenly look like clues.
Exactly. The signs might have been there, maybe easily dismissed at the time, but impossible to ignore after the kiss cam.
And throughout all this, the main players are silent.
Completely silent. Byron, Cabot, the company itself, nothing official beyond that initial internal memo about the leave.
And that silence, it's not helping, is it?
Quite the opposite. It's like fuel on the fire for the internet investigators. Former employees are apparently starting to talk now, sharing stories, analyzing old photos.
So the speculation is evolving.
Definitely. It's moves beyond just, oh, they had an affair. Now people are talking about potential legal issues, serious corporate consequences.
It's like, what kind of consequences?
Well, things like misuse of company power, really blurred ethical lines, and potentially major HR violations, especially given her role.
Okay, let's pause on that. When your source talks about misuse of company power or HR violations in this context, what does that actually mean? How does it go beyond just a personal relationship?
That's a key point your source explores. Look, a consensual relationship between colleagues, especially a CEO and head of HR, is already tricky because of the power imbalance, right?
Sure, that alone can be against policy.
Exactly. But the allegations here seem to go further. They touch on the potential use of company resources, maybe company time, funding for that suspicious travel, maybe even directing staff in ways that facilitated the relationship.
Okay, I see. So using company assets for personal reasons.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
And for the head of HR, that's critical. Their whole job is to uphold ethics, enforce policy, ensure compliance, protect the company and its employees.
Right. They're the guardian of the rules, in a way.
Precisely. So any whiff of a conflict of interest or favoritism or creating what could even be seen as a hostile environment for others, that shifts it dramatically. It's not just about personal conduct anymore. It becomes a serious breach of professional duty, potentially violating HR policies and ethics codes.
Which has much bigger implications for the company itself, not just the individuals.
Much bigger. It opens the door to liability, damages trust internally and externally. It becomes a corporate crisis.
And while all this corporate drama unfolds, you've still got the human element. That haunting detail, as you called it, of the wife.
Yeah, her quiet, almost calculated disappearance from the online world.
No drama, no public fight, just gone. Name changed, profiles deleted.
It's powerful, isn't it? As your source points out, that silence probably says more about the personal devastation than any public statement ever could. It really underscores the immense personal cost tangled up in this public mess.
So just to kind of recap where we are, we started with this seemingly innocent, fun moment, a kiss cam at a concert.
Which then just ignited this absolute viral firestorm online.
Leading almost instantly to public fallout, those vanished social media profiles, and the swift administrative leave for two top executives.
And then we saw how things started to surface from inside the company. Whispers, old emails, travel logs, things that maybe painted a picture of something going on for a while.
Right, making old interactions like that panel discussion video suddenly look very different in hindsight, revealing a potentially deeper story.
Yeah, a story that was maybe hidden until that one public kiss brought it all crashing down.
And the continued silence from Byron, Cabot, and the company, it just keeps feeding the speculation.
Absolutely. It allows the narrative to shift from just a personal scandal to something potentially much more serious involving corporate governance, misuse of power, major HR breaches.
Which all suggests that the kiss itself, while it lit the match, might have just been the first visible crack, the sign of a much bigger issue that was already there.
It certainly seems that way. It looks like that one moment exposed something that had perhaps been developing behind closed doors for months.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? And maybe this is the final thought to leave with you, the listener. In this age we live in, where basically any moment can be captured, shared, and amplified globally in minutes, what level of transparency do we expect, or even demand, from public figures and the companies they lead?
That's a huge question, and maybe relatedly. How does uncovering one secret, like that kiss, often seem to inevitably pull at threads that unravel other secrets, until a whole hidden picture is exposed? Where does that cycle end?